Elijah was a prophet of God. He lived in a time of great spiritual darkness. The people of Israel had turned away from God. They worshiped false gods. Elijah stood against this tide of wickedness. He performed mighty miracles. He called down fire from heaven. He challenged the prophets of Baal. Elijah was a beacon of faith in a time of despair. Despite his strength, Elijah was human. He experienced fear and doubt. After his victory over the prophets of Baal, Queen Jezebel threatened his life. Elijah, overwhelmed by fear, fled into the wilderness. This is where we find him in 1 Kings 19, a broken man at his lowest point. The mighty prophet who had faced down kings and fire was now running for his life. He was alone in the wilderness. Fear gripped his heart. He was exhausted, both physically and emotionally. He felt he could go no further. He sat down under a juniper tree and asked God to take his life. "I have had enough, Lord," he cried. Elijah's despair was deep. He felt utterly alone. He believed his work was done. He had failed. He had given everything he had to serve God and fight for his people, but now he felt defeated. God did not rebuke Elijah for his despair. He met him in his brokenness. An angel touched Elijah and said, "Arise and eat." Elijah looked, and there beside him was a cake baked on hot stones and a jar of water. He ate and drank, finding physical strength in the wilderness. This simple act of provision reveals God's compassion. He understood Elijah's exhaustion. He knew Elijah needed physical sustenance before anything else. God, in his mercy, provided for his weary servant. This gave Elijah the strength to continue his journey. Strengthened by the food, Elijah journeyed for 40 days and 40 nights to Mount Horeb. This was the mountain where God had appeared to Moses. It was a sacred place, a place where God's presence was known. God had called Elijah to this place, not to punish him, but to meet him in his despair. Each step Elijah took on this journey was a step of faith. He was walking away from his fears and towards God. He didn't know what awaited him at Horeb, but he was choosing to trust God. This journey was a testament to God's patience and faithfulness. At Horeb, God spoke to Elijah, but not in the way Elijah expected. There was no mighty wind, no earthquake, no fire. God's presence came in a still small voice, a gentle whisper. In that quiet whisper, God revealed himself to Elijah. He reassured Elijah that he was not alone. He gave Elijah new instructions. He reminded Elijah of his power and presence. Elijah's story teaches us that sometimes God's presence is found not in the spectacular, but in the stillness. It is in the quiet moments, in the whispers of our heart, that we can often hear God's voice most clearly. It reminds us that God's strength is often found in our weakness. He meets us in our despair, offering comfort, guidance, and renewed purpose. Elijah's journey did not end with that gentle whisper. Strengthened by God's reassurance, Elijah went on to anoint new kings and prophets, ensuring that God's work continued through the generations. His legacy of faith, resilience, and obedience serves as a powerful reminder that even in our most challenging moments, we are never truly alone. Just as God met Elijah in his despair and provided him guidance, he offers us the same comfort and direction today. Elijah's story challenges us to listen for the whispers in our own lives, to seek God's presence in the quiet moments, and to trust in his plan, even when the path seems uncertain. Thank you for watching Elijah's journey, a tale of faith and resilience. If you enjoyed this video, please like, share, and subscribe for more inspiring stories.